Angelica Canova was raised like a doll. Born in Russia, her parents were so obsessed with creating the perfect daughter, they managed every detail of her life. Her appearance, posture, even her diet, carefully controlled to shape her into their ideal Barbie. She trained in gymnastics 5 days a week, was homeschooled, and even now at 30, she claims she's never had plastic surgery. But whether you believe that or not, one thing is certain. Angelica isn't just a model. She's a manufactured masterpiece, and maybe a prisoner of perfection. Meet Lulu Hashimoto, Japan's first living doll. But there's a twist. You don't actually know who she is. Lulu is a creation, a character brought to life through fashion designer Hitomi Komaki's vision. With a latex mask, doll-like stockings, and a perfectly sculpted wig, Lulu's whole persona blurs the line between art and identity. And here's the crazy part. No one knows who's under the mask, not the fans, not the press. It could be a model, a dancer, a complete stranger. But in a country where fantasy and fashion collide, maybe Lulu doesn't have to be anyone at all. Just the illusion is enough. Ana Santos has the symmetry, the style, and that signature Barbie energy. But what makes her special isn't just how she looks, it's what she represents. In a beauty culture often dominated by Eurocentric standards, Anna brings diversity to the doll look and does it with grace. While she doesn't fully market herself as a Barbie, the resemblance is unmistakable. Hannah Gregory may look like she stepped out of a fairy tale, but her life isn't as perfect as it seems. "Guys only care about how I look," she confesses. "They don't see me." And the transformation isn't effortless. It takes hours of preparation every day. Still, when strangers stop her on the street for selfies, she remembers why she does it. Because looking like Barbie? That's her armor, her art, and her choice. Kina Shen, a model and influencer from China, looks like she was carved from porcelain. Her doll-like makeup, pristine skin, and big, animated eyes are the stuff of anime fantasy. But Kina doesn't hide the work behind it. She posts makeup tutorials, shares product tips, and embraces her role as a beauty icon. She says it's all natural, just good genetics and better lighting. Whether you believe it or not, her face has become a canvas, and her followers completely mesmerized. Pixie Fox doesn't want to look like Barbie. She wants to look like a cartoon. With over 200 surgeries, including having 6 ribs removed to create a 14-inch waist, Pixie calls her body a science project. She's changed her eye color, reshaped her face, and modified nearly every part of her body, all in pursuit of an ideal that doesn't actually exist. Critics call it obsession. Pixie calls it art. She says, "This isn't about being perfect. It's about becoming what I feel I am on the inside." Amber Guzman didn't choose the doll life to get attention. She chose it to survive. Diagnosed with muscular dystrophy at 18, Amber's muscles began to weaken, threatening her ability to live independently. Instead of giving up, she leaned into a new identity, a human doll. She created her own outfits, designed her own world, and embraced being different. Online, she found fans. Offline, she found purpose. Amber's story is a reminder. Sometimes dressing up isn't about vanity. It's about healing. There was Venus Angelique. At just 15, she became YouTube famous for her How to Look Like a Doll tutorials, helping launch the living doll trend online. Inspired by Japanese kawaii culture, Venus changed her voice, her walk, and her entire lifestyle. She didn't just look like a doll, she lived like one. Her mom, fully supportive. In her words, "I'd be more horrified if she came home drunk or pregnant." Now, 22, Venus is older, wiser, and still redefining beauty. One bow at a time. 8 women, 8 journeys, one impossible standard brought to life. From surgeries to self-love, from mystery to fame, these human Barbies are more than viral faces. They're symbols, controversial, celebrated, misunderstood. So now we ask you, are these women living their best lives or chasing a fantasy too far?